Part 3 of IAS Lecture 1. Or depending, how do we defend or the difficulties and depending against those attacks. So these are the following. First is the speed of attack. So it happens uh, at a very fast. So having the peak come to steal at unknown time. So we need to be prepared. So greater sophistication on the attack, simplicity of attack tools. So as we see on the example on the video before this, that it could be a stolen laptop, a stolen folder maybe, or just simply break into that database or server. So the attacker can detect vulnerabilities more quickly and more readily exploit these vulnerabilities. Delay in patching hardware and software products. So delays in patching. So there could be a hardware or software upgrade or driver upgrade, operating system driver upgrades that needs to be upgraded, but it so happened and it is delayed, so the vulnerability is present for the attackers. So most attacks are now distributed attacks. So instead of coming from only one source, it could tend to more than one source to attack one company. Another is the user confusion. With this, according to this figure, so increased sophistication of attack tools. So ito yung mga ginagamit para uh, ma ma-compromise yung isang security or mga attackers' tools. So it started from password guessing to self-replicating code, password cracking, exploiting known vulnerabilities, and disabling audits. And then, so sabi natin, this one here is low between year before year 2000, and then after year 2000 and goes on. So this one now is uh, used by attackers. So backdoors, hijacking sessions, so swipers, sweepers, stealth diagnosis, packet spoofing, tools with GUI, and a lot more. Okay, difficulties in defending attacks. This uh, illustration. So attack can launch against millions of computers. Yeah, I already said a while ago. Greater sophistication of attacks and vary between behavior, so we don't know how they are going to attack. This could be simplicity of attack tool. So attack no longer, no longer limited to highly skilled attackers. It could be just a simple student or amateur. So detect vulnerability more quickly when they discover security hole in the hardware or software more quickly. So that would be an easy way for them. Delay in patching. So the vendor are overwhelmed trying to keep pace of updating their product against attack. So distributed attack. A thousand computer in an attack against a single computer or network. Confuse user. So it requires to make different security decisions with little or more instruction. What is information security that we are trying to define here? So when you say information security, knowing why information security is important today and who the attackers are in beneficial. Bakit nga ba naman gusto nilang um, kunin yung isang information? First, let's define security can be considered as a state of freedom from danger or risk. This state or condition of freedom exists because of protective measures are established and maintained. The information security, the task of guarding information that is in digital format, ensuring that protective measures are properly implemented and can completely prevent attack or guarantee a system is totally secure. Information security is intended to protect information that has value to people and organizations. This value came from the characteristic of confidentiality, integrity, and availability. The information security is achieved through a combination of these three entities. So we're going to discuss more on the three entities. So that is information security. What is security? So the system correctness. So good input means good output. So GIGO. Security means bad input, bad output. So more feature, the better. In security, more feature can be worse. It means more chances of looking for vulnerabilities because there's a lot of features. So, security properties, kaya yun yung sinabi natin kanina, confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So, when you say confidentiality, they want to get this information because this information about the system or its user cannot be learned by an attacker. Another is integrity. System continue to operate properly only reaching state that will occur if there are no attackers. Availability. Action by an attacker do not prevent user from having access to use of the system. So, these three, and so we need to protect these three. Ito yung gusto nating protektahan. Yung information, confidential, may integrity, at hindi available. So, with this, pumapalibot sa kanya is communication, hardware, and software. Another things that protect these three gustong kunin ng attacker is product, the physical security, people security or personal security, and procedure security, so the organizational security. So let's define product. So physical security around the data, so it could be a door lock, a physical room, or an intrusion detection system, or a firewall. People, under people layer, so to protect the three entity, uh, the people are those who implement properly the use of security product to protect data. And the procedure is the plan and policy established by an organization that is sure that the people correctly use the product. And that is the procedure. Procedure could be like who is allowed to access such data, who is allowed to go in and out, uh, to change information, who is the one authorized, so that could be the procedure. So, comprehensive definition of information security that which protect the integrity, confidentiality, and availability of information on the device that store, manipulate, and transmit the information through product, people, and procedure. So that is a more complicated definition of information security. So overall, information security protects integrity, confidentiality, and availability of information. Uh, Terminology. So, I think we are already familiar with this terminology. When you say asset, something that has value. So, you are an asset. Ibig sabihin, you have a value. A threat is an event or object that may defeat this the security measures in place and result in a loss to threat bata. Okay, threat agent, a person or thing that has the power to carry out a threat. Okay, another vulnerability, a weakness that allows a threat agent to bypass security. So that is what we call vulnerability. Next is risk, a likelihood that a threat agent will exploit a vulnerability. Realistically, risk cannot even be entirely eliminated. So, hindi siya totally 100% pwedeng mawala in realistically. Okay, so that's it for our third lecture. See you on uh, lecture 4 for more example on security implementation.